Barnes lobs it up to Chris Boucher, and it was a little too strong for Boucher, and it kind of hit the rim, I think, as well. So the Raptors come up empty. Herder's got it far corner, puts it on the floor, finds Sabonis in the paint, and the Raptors knock the ball away. Juancho is right there to grab it. Toronto doing a great job forcing these turnovers in this opening half. 8 already for Sacramento. OG, near elbow, trying to go to work on Mitchell. Passes out, perimeter, far side. Scotty into the paint. He felt contact. He screamed trying to get the call, and he didn't get the whistle. So Sacramento comes away with the rebound. Murray's got it. Far sideline, Herder. He had space, and he buries it. The Raptors couldn't get to him in time, and Sacramento chops the Raptor lead in half. 38-35. Raptors still on top, and Nick Nurse wants a timeout.
Yeah, that was a good look for Kevin Herder. But for the most part, the turnovers giving the Raptors an advantage. 9 more shots. They just got to do a better job defensively.
6:42 to go until halftime. Raptors up 3 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
The bank shot. You know, when the ball bounces off the backboard and goes into the basket. Well, this year, Tangerine's turning Raptors bank shots into real bank. Introducing the Tangerine Bank Shot account. Every time the Raptors sink a bank shot, $1,000 gets deposited. Then, at the end of the season, it all goes to basketball community initiatives. Sign up at tangerine.ca/bankshot for your shot at winning prizes. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans.
Hey, Raptor fans, what's better than the team winning on the court? A win for the kids and a win for you. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you help communities get kids and youth off the sidelines and onto the court. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will you be a winner this season? Only one way to know. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Lottery license number 1274001. 18 plus. Play responsibly.
Now streaming on City TV Plus from executive producers Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg and the director of Borat. Subsequent movie film comes the new series Paul T. Goldman.
Beam me up, Scotty. I'm in the Twilight Zone.
About the true yet unbelievable story.
Shortly after we were married, she was trying to fleece Paul out of money. That started the discovery of her secret life. I couldn't make this up. It happened to me.
Paul T. Goldman, now streaming on City TV Plus with Prime Video channels.
Now back to Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith. Paul Jones with you. Second quarter action. Raptors leading the Kings 38-35, 6:42 until halftime. We're going to hear from our colleague Matt Devlin coming up on our halftime show. And Jonesy, a long way to go still, but so far, not bad here in the opening half for the Raptors. But you'd like to see them maybe kind of picking up that field goal percentage a little bit more right now, or maybe crank up the D a little bit as Sacramento's still going at a 52% clip.
Yeah, but this is the Raptors' MO, though, Eric. Like, they've got 9 more shots already. Even though they're shooting a lower percentage, they've got more looks at the basket. As long as they're even with the 3 ball, that's their formula for winning games.
Van Vliet to Barnes straight away. Hands it off to Siakam. Raptors with 4 starters and Boucher on the floor. Trent into the lane. Back out to Barnes in the near corner to Fred Van Vliet, missing the 3 ball. Sabonis with the rebound. Sacramento could tie with a triple. Sabonis on the far side driving is bumped out toward the perimeter on a reach by Boucher. He doesn't like the call, but they're not going to overturn that one. Sabonis to Lyles. Back to Sabonis. Over to Herder. Everything on the perimeter right now. Herder to Lyles. Left to right now. Lyles down Main Street. Lost the handle. Picked up by Barnes. Ahead to Van Vliet. 9 turnovers now for the Kings. Can the Raptors take advantage? Siakam in the lane. Great job in the back door. There's Boucher for the 2-hand flush.
Terrific job. There's a score for you, E, on a live ball turnover.
Lyles again puts it on the paint, gets into the lane, goes into the chest of Boucher, and they're calling a block on Chris. Tough one.
Well, he was standing there and took the contact. The problem was he was standing below the line, and he wasn't the primary defender. If he was, and that play started in the lower box, that could have been an offensive foul.
Lyles knocks down the first free throw. 40-36, the Raptor lead. Cut to 4. Lyles off the bench with a couple of assists, 2 rebounds, a block, a steal, and a point. Looking for a second one right now, and it's good as it goes down. Lyles, a couple of nights ago in Sacramento's last game with 24 points in 25 minutes, so don't sleep on the dude. He can fill it up off the bench. Down Main Street, Van Vliet goes cross court, left to right, far sideline. Boucher catches, now puts it on the floor, drives in the lane, and floats it up and in. Man, Chris Boucher is on fire in Sacramento with 14 in 12 minutes. But Keegan Murray just ripped the cords on a 3-ball on the other end, and the Raptor lead is cut to 2.
Wow, Chris Boucher playing with tremendous energy right now, really giving the bench a lift.
Van Vliet, near side, step back, jumper, good, over Sabonis. He drops it from 19. 44-40. Toronto on top by 4. Van Vliet with 6 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds tonight. Backdoor cut, Keegan Murray, and he blows the reverse layup. He was wide open off the find from Sabonis. Can the Raptors take advantage? Here's Siakam straight away. Near corner, Scotty Barnes. Back to Siakam on the wing near side. Pascal directing traffic. Puts it on the floor. Beat Fox in the lane. Floater up. No good. And it's off Sacramento. It'll be Raptor ball on the baseline with a fresh 14.
Raptors playing with good energy, Eric. And like you said, the turnovers really helping.
Raptors get set to inbound. Leading by 4. OG on the wing near side to Boucher. Up top straight away at Siakam. Pascal tried to fire a pass into the paint. That was, forced. And it was an easy read for Sabonis. He takes it away. Down the floor he comes to Fox, to Herter. Wing near side. Kevin Herter 3-ball is good. You can't give him that space.
Well, it was a live ball turnover, Eric, and the Raptors were scrambling to match up and find people in transition. They took a little bit of their own medicine on that one.
44-43, step back below the far elbow, no good for Van Vliet. Sacramento with the rebound. Here come the Kings. They could grab the lead. Herter, far sideline, bobbled it, gets it back, goes to Murray. Contested 3-ball, no good. High for the rebound, Siakam, so the Raptors maintain the lead. 3:52 to go here, opening half. Pascal out towards center. Crossed up Fox. Fox reached in. That's a foul on De'Aaron Fox.
A great job by Pascal protecting the ball. Fox is so quick. If you let him get a look at the ball, a sniff of it, he'll take it away. Pascal doing a nice job of protecting the rock.
Raptors inbounding from the far sideline. OG Anunoby gets it to Boucher. Back to OG. Drops the pass to Siakam inside the arc, far side. Now back up top. Good look for Gary Trent. Busted. North side triple for Gary.
A little Spain action there. Gary sent the back screen for OG, and then they set a screen for Gary to free him up.
Driving into the paint. Sabonis on the baseline. Passes out in the near corner. Kings working around the perimeter. Now on the far side. Driving, spinning, finishing. What a move by Harrison Barnes. The veteran got it in a beautiful fashion, and he cut the Raptor lead to 2, 47-45. Toronto still on top. Van Vliet crosses up Keegan Murray into the paint. Draws 2 defenders out to OG. Wide open triple. Busted again from the north side.
Now the Raptors, again, making some shots. Really good ball movement. Man, OG, nice standstill shot.
Barnes to Sabonis. Sabonis into the paint, had the ball knocked away, but they're going to call a foul, and if that's going to be on Boucher or Siakam. If it's Chris Boucher, that'll be his third. No, it's going to be on Siakam. It'll be Pascal's first. We got a timeout on the floor, Jonesy, with the Raptors up 5.
Raptors doing a good job. You know, they're true to themselves tonight. 11 more field goal attempts in Sacramento. And even though the Kings are shooting 52%, Toronto has the lead because even if you're a lousy shooter, if you get enough shots, you're going to come out on top.
50-45, 2:57 to go. Second quarter, it's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
A big win and a bigger impact. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you support the kids and the future Raptors of tomorrow. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will this season include you? The only way to find out is if you play. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Welcome to Toronto.
Lottery license number 1274001. 18 plus. Play responsibly.
Please be advised, if you find winter driving distressing, the following is a real audio clip of a Subaru driving on an unplowed mountain pass in the Yukon in minus 23-degree conditions. Just listen to Subaru's standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive go to work on all that ice and snow. And that sound is our confident driver whistling Beethoven's Fifth, I believe. Visit your local Subaru dealer and really own winter with uncommon winter capability.
Will you marry me? I'm sorry. I love you. Happy birthday, babe.
Whoever you're trying to get, make your play with Kalani Jewelry, the official luxury jeweler of the Toronto Raptors. From earrings, necklaces, to engagement rings. If they're good enough for the champions, they're good enough for your special someone. Look up Kalani Jewelry. K-I-L-A-N-I.
Go get him.
Now back to more Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 2:57 to go, second quarter. Raptors leading 50-45.
A shout out for me, Eric, to a young fan. I know Mom was going to let him stay up for a bit, but you know these West Coast games, it's almost 11 o'clock here in the East.
He might still be up.
He might be up. Maybe he's listening like he's got his – we did those as kids, right?
Sneak it in the room.
Sneak the radio into the room. It's for Gabriel, his mother, a great healthcare professional. We had a chance to chat yesterday, and Gabriel's a huge basketball fan. I just wanted to wish him all the best and say keep working at your game, young man.
Well, maybe we can give Gabriel another shout out. So even if we were supposed to do it a little bit earlier, we'll give him 2 for the price of 1 as the Raptors defense stands tall out of the timeout, still leading by 5. Here comes Fred VanVleet toward the baseline. Off glass and in. That one's for Gabriel as the Raptors go up by 7 to match their largest lead. Sacramento quickly back, coming up empty on a triple. That one no good from the near sideline. And here come the Raptors looking to add to their lead. Siakam buries the shoulder into Murray. They say play on. I love the no call. VanVleet over to Achua. Precious in the paint to a cutting Gary Trent. His shot deflected, picked up by OG. Back to Gary. Leans in on Sabonis on the right block. Gets the bucket, and Toronto leads by 9.
Pretty good move by Gary, expecting contact and going strong to the 10.
Sabonis on the perimeter. Triple up and clean. And just like that, the Raptor lead is chopped to 6. That breaks up a 7-0 run for the Raptors, but Toronto still leading by 6 as we approach the final 90 seconds. 1:46 to go. VanVleet, wing far side, crosses up Herter, still on the bounce in the lane to Achua. Precious caught it, bobbled it, got it back. Still bobbling, picked up by Trent, leans in on a jumper, and it goes. Bordering on disaster. The Raptors come away with 2.
The great equalizer. The great equalizer is making shots, and Gary used it there.
56-48, Raptors by 8. Toronto has now pulled even at 50% from the floor. Murray, wing far side, triple up, back rim no good. Herter down low, can't get to it. It's controlled by Achua. Precious running across center far lane. Hands off to Siakam. Pascal above the arc. Looking for somebody, finds OG down on the block. Double team, cross-court pass. Open VanVleet, near sideline, no good on a triple. Siakam takes it away from Sabonis. Wow. Pascal near sideline. Sets the feet, misses a triple, and nobody down low for Toronto. Raptors lead by 8. Murray to Sabonis on the block near side. Turning on Precious Achua, passing out to Herter, to Barnes. Harrison Barnes into the paint. They're going to call a foul. Wow. Another late whistle on Fred VanVleet. Harrison Barnes had already turned the corner and gotten into the lane before I heard the whistle go.
I just wonder if
And guess who the official is?
Curtis Blair. I just wonder if sometimes it's just slow processing, but
Tell you what, Curtis Blair and Fred VanVleet could be brothers. If Freddie shaved that beard off, he's
Well,
probably
you'd
saying, hey, big bro, stop
you'd
blowing
have
that whistle on
You'd
these.
have an Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny DeVito thing, because Curtis Blair probably goes about 6'3", 6'4".
He's not that much taller, but he's pretty
Oh, okay.
jacked. He's
Okay.
kind of got that trapezoid torso.
Reminds me of our guy, the late Tony Brown.
Yep.
56-inch shoulders, 15-inch waist.
56-50, Raptors by 6 after the free throws go down for Harrison Barnes. Siakam in the lane. Great job on a step back, and instead of shooting, he passed to an open Achua under the tin.
Good ball handling, good decision-making by Pascal Siakam.
How about that, Jonesy? Siakam with only 6 points in the first half, but it doesn't matter. Find the best play. Be the playmaker. 58-50, Raptors by 8. Sabonis hands off to Herter. Herter splits defenders into the paint, passes in traffic on the backdoor cut. Harrison Barnes to Sabonis near side, misses the jumper. Rebound to the Raptors. A heave at the buzzer. VanVleet, good if it goes. It hit the rim, but wouldn't drop for Freddie. It was real close from about 42 feet. But the Raptors, maybe 38. Either way, Raptors go into the half leading 58-50, and a great response, Jonesy, in the second quarter by T.O.
Very good response. Raptors do a terrific job. Not necessarily in terms of their overall defense, although it was better in the second half, but turning Sacramento over and really doing a good job in getting more looks at the bucket and knocking some of them down.
Folks, have you checked out Bet Rivers yet? Download the Bet Rivers online casino and sportsbook app today. Get in the action this basketball season, or get in the basketball season either way with thousands of betting options. Plus, don't forget about Bet Rivers Sportsbook's award-winning customer service. It's a whole new game with Bet Rivers online casino and sportsbook. Must be 18 plus, available in Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge. At the half, the Raptors leading the Kings 58-50. When we come back, some halftime stats, then our halftime interview. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Lottery license number 1274001. 18 plus. Play responsibly.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Oh, hi. I'd like to apply for a loan so I can consolidate some of my debts.
Sure. Do you own your home?
Yes, but Carl, our resident ghost, keeps saying it's his house and we should get out.
Okay, but you are the registered owner.
Yes.
Then you're approved.
Hey, hear that, Carl? Huh?
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Go to alpinecredits.ca to get started. Some conditions apply.
Visitor license 12616.
Hi, I'm Hugh Heron, chairman of Heathwood Homes. Tradition means a lot to us. Our reputation for quality, service, and customer care are all part of Heathwood's tradition, and that has made us the most successful new home builder. Thousands of people are now proud to be living in a Heathwood home in one of our many outstanding communities, and you can too. Visit heathwood.com to learn all about our fabulous communities. With Heathwood, you'll be home at last.
Sarah used to let things get to her. Like the news, or the fake news. The new girl at work, her old boyfriend's new girlfriend. All that changed when she traveled south with Air Transat. It's a comeback change promo. Book your flight down south starting at $449. Visit airtransat.com or contact your Marlin travel professional. Conditions apply. Air Transat. Travel moves us.
Let's get back to the action. This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you at the half, 58-50. The Raptors leading the Kings. Top scorer in the ballgame on the Sacramento side of things. Kevin Huerter's got 14. On the other side for the Raptors, 14 for Chris Boucher off the bench with those 14. He's got 5 rebounds in the ballgame as well to go along with 2 blocks. Gary Trent Jr. with 12. And who else to note for Sacramento maybe? Let's pull out 7.7 rebounds for Sabonis. Sacramento shooting 47% from the floor. The Raptors at 48%. Toronto has already attempted 14 more field goals, and they've made 7 more. They've got an 8-point lead, 58-50. When we come back, you'll hear from Matt Devlin, the television voice of the Raptors on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
With the cold weather upon us, there's no reason why you still can't stay warm and connected. So this winter, make the Monte Carlo Inns your home away from home for quality accommodations, functional meeting facilities, and cozy restaurants. With locations throughout Southern Ontario, Monte Carlo Inns is ready to check you in. Enter promo code WINTER at MonteCarloInns.com for savings of 15% off our luxury suites.
Monte Carlo Inns.
Your home away from home.
When we look into your eyes, we want to give you the whole world. But that's not a viable business model. So instead, we're offering you complete glasses from only $69. At Specsavers, we believe quality eyewear and eye care should be affordable to all, which is a little thing we call Specsavers Love. Find out more at specsavers.ca. Conditions apply. Select pairs only.
Introducing Subway's refreshed crispy chicken recipe, made with delicious seasoned chicken breast, starting at just $3.99. It's so good, we made 4 delicious ways to enjoy it, like the Sidekick served in a soft potato bun, or the crispy chicken bacon and peppercorn ranch made with Maplewood smoked bacon, or in a rice wrap or a savory rice bowl. Which one will you try first? Subway, eat fresh, refresh. Freshly prepared for your order. Delivery fees, extras, add-ons, small order and service fees additional, plus taxes. For a limited time at participating restaurants.
Get a fresh start this year at TSC with amazing savings on top brands and products. Save up to 15% on Bowflex and save up to 20% on footwear and healthy eating favorites now until January 31st. Turn big purchases into small payments with interest-free Easy Pay on everything you need to reach your goals. Shop now at tsc.ca. Today's shopping choice.
Just wait. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, now I'm ready.
Real adventure doesn't wait. It happens with or without you. So you won't want to miss out on the January clear out of the 2022 Honda Pilot before it's gone for good. Because with standard features like all-wheel drive and fuel-efficient econ mode, adventure time is all the time. Lease any remaining 2022 Honda Pilot at 4.4% for up to 24 months. Conditions apply. Visit your local Ontario Honda dealer.
Back to the action. Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you at the half. The Raptors leading the Sacramento Kings 58-50. Toronto getting 14 off the bench from Chris Boucher in the first half. We are a couple of weeks away from the NBA trade deadline. The Raptors in the midst of a 7-game road trip. This is the first of 7. Lots to discuss about the Toronto Raptors this season and also currently, and where things might stand when the dust settles in a couple of weeks, as we recently chatted with the TV voice of the Toronto Raptors, Matt Devlin.
They put a couple of wins together and start to climb again. It's just kind of been this sort of in the middle all year.
You know, it's interesting because I thought going back to training camp that heading into the season, continuity was key. And as we know, there were injuries. And so, you know, that kind of gets moved to the side. And as of late, it's that ability to be consistent night in and night out. And just when you think, okay, things are going to start to turn, it doesn't. And there's always that conversation when you start to look at the analytics and the numbers that, you know, the regression to the mean, right? That you think that, okay, they've struggled shooting the three, you know, Fred's, you know, shooting at a 32%. When will this turn because there are players on this team, as the three of us know, that historically have shot better, for instance. But it just hasn't turned from 1 or 2 games into the stretch of 3, 4. They've had a 3-game winning streak, but into 4 or 5. And as we know, everything is bottled up right now between 5 and 12, right, in the East. And you put together a really good week. Look at Atlanta. They've won 4 in a row. They win last night. They're 23 and 22, and all of a sudden they were kind of on the, are they making a move? So they haven't put together that week yet. And that's been, I think, part of, what the issues have been.
Do you see a run? Like, it's just, as Eric said, it's just been kind of the middle. It's like, all right, 3 in a row finally for the first time in January, and you're looking for it to be 4. And, there's a disappointing loss to Atlanta. Then you go on the road to New York, a team that's way ahead of you in the standings, and you win there. Like, do you see at some point this thing maybe turning like it did last year, where they won 25 of the last 37 coming home?
Well, a couple of different things. First, and you're right, you look at Milwaukee, look at Joe Ingles, who came in and had a great game. Brook Lopez, before being ejected, they made 19 threes. They can shoot it. Drew Holiday, as you pointed out, his ability to make a big shot. He was shot for shot with Fred, as we know. I think at this stage, there's no one that any team in the NBA can kind of look at, right? Because you don't know who's in, who's out, and those that, when the opportunity is there, players want to show, right? They want to show out. And so, Milwaukee the other night shot it well, got some critical stops along the way, and came away with that W. The question about, is there a run in them? Based upon history, you would say, yes, there is a run in them. When will that begin? When will that start? As we also know, here comes the trade deadline. So you would want to see it prior to that. And we'll see kind of how all of that unfolds. Are they capable? For sure. Why it hasn't happened as of yet, that consistency thing. I mean, we can really dive into the numbers, and when you're not shooting, a certain percentage and what that does to your defense, and there's all those sort of things. But are they capable? For sure, they're capable of putting together a run.
That was the television voice of the Toronto Raptors, Matt Devlin, from a recent edition of Smith and Jones. Folks, make sure you subscribe to Smith and Jones wherever you get your podcast. Download, subscribe, rate, and review. Fresh content out every Thursday. When we come back, second half action with the Raptors leading the Kings 58-50 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Please be advised, if you find winter driving distressing, the following is a real audio clip of a Subaru driving on an unplowed mountain pass in the Yukon in minus 23-degree conditions. Just listen to Subaru's standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive go to work on all that ice and snow. And that sound is our confident driver whistling Beethoven's Fifth, I believe. Visit your local Subaru dealer and really own winter with uncommon winter capability.
Make your next career move with 2 Men in a Truck. The company is hiring motivated and enthusiastic team members for mover, driver, and customer service positions. And if you're looking for more, professional advancement is always a possibility. In fact, 75% of 2 Men in a Truck managers started in frontline positions. Now is the time to apply. Visit 2meninatruck.ca and click careers.
2 men and a truck, the movers who care.
Tuesday.
I'm Detective Charlie Hudson.
Assume you have a warrant. Yeah, right here.
Hudson and Rex returns.
Oh, I need to ask you a couple questions.
With all new episodes.
Definitely picked up the scent of something.
To take a bite out of crime.
What this killer found.
On a new night.
Good job, partner.
Hudson and Rex. New episodes return Tuesday at 8/7 Central on City TV. Or stream on City TV Plus, the app, or citytv.com.
Hi. Hi there. I'm from the Ontario Energy Board, and I'm here to see if you qualify for an energy rebate. May I come in?
This is an example of an energy scam. The Ontario Energy Board will never contact you unless you contact us first. That means no cold calls or unsolicited visits. So don't be afraid to slam the door on scammers. Visit oeb.ca/scams to learn more.
I'm here talking to shoppers about the points hack of the year. 1 week to earn tons of points at tons of locations, like this one.
Wait, PC Optimum Points Days is coming? It really is the best.
Did you know Canadians earned over 50 billion points from all points events last year?
That's the best.
Love meeting another points hacker. Let's bring this home. PC Optimum Points Days runs
this time every year?
Yep. January 26th to February 1st. Find the best points offers of the year at
over 4,500 locations and on the app.
Nice one.
Back at it. Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second half. The Raptors leading the Kings 58-50. And Jonesy, 24 of 50 for the Raptors. 17 of 36. 7 more field goals made. 14 more field goals attempted.
So I said, Raptors are in there. That's my MO. That's what I do mode. When you look at it, they shot a really good percentage in that second half by getting more shots. And that's what staked them to this 8-point lead in that second quarter, at least, not second half. They were 14 of 27 and did a really good job out-rebounding Sacramento 13-6.
Raptors start the third quarter with the ball. Gary Trent gets down Main Street. Finger roll goes off the rim, off the glass, and then comes off the side of the rim. It wouldn't fall for Gary. Tough one there as he had a great look right at the tin. Could have put the Raptors up double figures. Toronto did have a brief 9-point lead in the first half. They're up 8 here as we're 30 seconds into the third, and it's cut to 6 as Keegan Murray cuts to the tin and lays it in off a nice find from Sabonis.
Pascal just didn't turn his head to see the ball. The pass went right by his ear.
Siakam in the paint, turns, fires, and gets the deuce back.
Good way to make up for it.
60-52, far corner. Look out. Fox to a cutting Sabonis, caught it down Main Street and dunked it down.
Again, the weak side help not there. Raptors do a good job of kind of bottling the ball up in the corner, but the help wasn't there.
Again, the Raptor lead is 6. Van Vliet to Barnes, cut off on a pass and taken away by Sabonis.
Kind of a lazy pass by Fred.
Herder on the far sideline. He's had a hot hand tonight, 14 points, including 4 triples. Fox at center. Going at OG Anunoby now, brings him to the free throw line, elevates to the jumper and knocks it down. He's got 8 now.
Yeah, you got to respect the driving and the quickness of Fox, and that's what OG was doing.
The Raptor lead is 4. 60-56. Van Vliet, cross court, left to right. Siakam, good look at a 3 ball. Pascal, no good. All Sacramento on the glass. Herder ahead to Harrison Barnes. Barnes trying to go at Siakam. Lost the handle. It's loose, and it's picked up by Scotty. Taps it over to Pascal. Siakam down the floor. Going at De'Aaron Fox. Lays it up and in, and Fox wanted the travel call, and he might have had a point.
Yeah, they did. And Pascal, I was going to say literally run with it if you get a chance, and it sure looked like he did.
Do we have a delay of game or a technical foul? I can't really tell you, folks, because we're at the mercy of the television right now, so I'm not quite sure what the call was on the floor. The broadcast was in the middle of a replay, and we're not sure what was happening. So technical foul called against De'Aaron Fox. So the Raptors get the free throw taken by Fred Van Vliet, and the Raptors push their lead to 7.
Yeah, good job by Fred to knock it down. And even though Sacramento had the ball, the NBA, the technical foul is just kind of inserted into the play. The Kings will have the ball back, but that was a 3-point trip for Toronto.
Cross center comes Fox running the far lane. 63-56, Raptors on top. Fox kicks it back out to Barnes. Harrison Barnes into the paint. Well, he kind of stuttered a little bit on his dribble, hesitated and elevated and finished. 5-point lead now for the Raptors across center. Near lane, near sideline now. Siakam still on the bounce, turning his back, trying to back down on Herter. Still dribbling down, passes out to Trent. Trent to the far elbow, now below it. Turns, fires, passes back out on the perimeter to Siakam to Freddie. Van Vliet, deep one, straight away. Fred Van Vliet busted north side, and that one got a little frost on it.
Man, that was Steph Curry range. Fred way behind the line shooting that one.
66-58, Raptors by 8. Fox, far sideline. Harrison Barnes can't answer back. Rebound to Scotty Barnes, and the Raptors have a chance here to go up double figures. Freddie, far side, great pass to Barnes. Out to Trent, free ball for Gary, no good, back rim, rebound, De'Aaron Fox.
Good ball movement, good look, you'll settle for that.
Fox to Sabonis. Oh, he took it in the chest, that's a charge, yes sir. OG Anunoby waiting for Sabonis as he spun in the lane and turn it over and give it to Toronto.
Sabonis tried to Euro step past him, and OG was reading the mail, had both feet planted.
I don't know what the crowd's stirring about that one. That's an obvious call. Raptors leading 66-58. Far sideline, more on the wing. Van Vliet drops it inside the arc, far side to Siakam. Backing his way down into the paint, going at Harrison Barnes. Turns, fires, bucket. Siakam's feeling it here in the third.
Great job by Pascal. Really, really good job. Great decision not to force it. He's up to 12 points.
Largest lead of the game for the Raptors. It sits at 10. Herter trying to answer back and can't on a three ball. Contested straight away. Raptors on the glass. Here comes Van Vliet. Across center comes Freddie. Wing far side. Inside the arc now on the sideline. Siakam drives, and he finishes on a scoop. Pascal Siakam is feeling it right now. He is in a crouch in the paint, staring down the Sacramento bench with a devilish look in his eye as the Raptors grab a 12-point lead.
Pascal with 6 points in the entire first half, has 6 in this quarter in less than 4 minutes. And just doing a terrific job being aggressive, and also a guy that's making plays. Now that he's attracting that attention, kicking it out, and Toronto doing a nice job of moving the ball. 28 field goals, 18 assists.
I hope one of the photographers, Jonesy, got a shot of Pascal there with that look at the Sacramento bench. That was lovely to see, folks. I hope you get a chance to see it later. Raptors leading 70-58, 8:04 to go, third quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
The bank shot. You know, when the ball bounces off the backboard and goes into the basket. Well, this year, Tangerine's turning Raptors bank shots into real bank. Introducing the Tangerine Bank Shot account. Every time the Raptors sink a bank shot, $1,000 gets deposited. Then, at the end of the season, it all goes to basketball community initiatives. Sign up at tangerine.ca/bankshot for your shot at winning prizes. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans.
Whatever you're trying to get, whoever you're trying to get, make your play with Kalani Jewelry, the official luxury jeweler of the Toronto Raptors. From custom pendants to diamond rings, our jewelry covers all occasions. We make them for champions all around the world. Let's make one for you.
Make your play with Kalani Jewelry, the official luxury jeweler of the Toronto Raptors. Look up Kalani Jewelry, K-I-L-A-N-I.
If you can dream it, we can make it.
At Toyota, our vehicles have always had quality and capability built right in.
Because sometimes the middle of nowhere is exactly where you want to go.
Quality means everything to us because it means everything to you. Order a new 2023 Tacoma 4x4 double cab starting from $47,332. Price includes additional fees, taxes extra. Visit shoptoyota.ca or your local Ontario Toyota dealer today. It's time to Toyota.
Back at it. Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 8:04 to go in the third quarter. The Raptors lead 70-58. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Bet Rivers. It's a whole new game. We got a lot of finals in the NBA. Indiana loses to Orlando 126-120, so the Pacers continue to slide. Philadelphia beats Brooklyn 137-133. Washington over Houston 108-103. Milwaukee beats the Denver Nuggets 107-99. Minnesota tops the Pelicans 111-102. And Atlanta beats OKC 137-132. Those are the finals in the NBA. Later on, we'll give you some of the games that are ongoing in the association as we still speak. Raptors out of the timeout. Get another Sacramento turnover. Sabonis, the 11th miscue for the Kings. Siakam triple no good. Rebound to Keegan Murray.
Now, this is the old man in me. I'd have loved to have seen Toronto got a better shot.
I agree.
Push that lead from 12 to 14. Instead, you settle for an okay shot. It doesn't go down. Fox back with a dunk. Instead of 14, it's 10.
And Jonesy, you've got one triple this quarter. You've had a lot of success in the paint. Keep going at the rim like right now. Boom. Sacramento gives up a short one to Siakam in the lane, and Pascal continues to cook.
8 points in this quarter. Bully ball there from Siakam.
72-60, Raptors by 12. Harrison Barnes turns the corner into the paint, now spins to his left, tried to finish, lost the handle. Great job by the Raptor defense.
Yeah, they did a good job coming over to contest. Both Anunoby and Siakam were there to harangue Harrison Barnes.
Harangue, I love it. Jonesy. 72-60, 12-point lead for Toronto. 6:47 to go, third quarter. Van Vliet well above the arc out on the far side. Barnes comes, sets the screen. Van Vliet going at Sabonis. Cut off to Gary Trent into the paint. Acrobatic layup attempt, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Gary. I guess they're saying he used that off arm trying to clear a little bit of space. He got caught in a lot of traffic, a lot of trees, and he stuck out that off arm, and Kevin Huerter was calling for it right away. Tell you what, though, Huerter kind of hooked the arm just as much as Gary Trent did, and Huerter was pushing off Trent right in the stomach as well. That could have easily gone either way.
Could have.
But I guess we could be saying the same thing then. Could have gone the other way if you didn't get the call. So Sacramento got one. Can the Raptors stand tall? Well, they just got the stop. OG stayed with Sabonis as he drove into the lane.
OG's like kryptonite for Sabonis tonight. Just as strong and almost as tall.
And now OG trying to answer with a triple and does. The defensive stop on one end and the three ball on the other. Anunoby has the Raptors up 15 with 6:06 to go in the third.
Great job by OG. He's really playing both ends, and not a lot of double teaming Sabonis tonight.
Sabonis handing off to Fox. Fox trying to pass out on the perimeter to Lyles. It's gobbled up by Scotty. Picked up again by Fox. Drives into the paint. Looking to give it up, and he doesn't. He airballs a jump shot from 13 feet. Here come the Raptors. Siakam turns around, fires out to Freddie. Triple up and in for Fred VanVleet. And the Raptors are blowing the doors off right now. An 18-point lead on an 18-4 run.
That last possession by Sacramento was a perfect example of the Raptors' length. They bottled up Sabonis. There's no need to double-team Sabonis because OG can play him one-on-one. They bottled him up in the corner. A pass out of a double-team, deflected by the length of Barnes. Loose ball. Toronto scoops it up. The Raptors off to the races on the 11th turnover by the Kings.
78-60, Raptors on top with 5:44 to go in the third on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Hi, I need to realign my chakras, and I think consolidating my debts into one easy payment would really help. I'd like a loan.
Do you own your home?
Yes.
Then you're approved.
Namaste.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Go to alpinecredits.ca to get started. Some conditions apply.
FSRA license 12616.
Make sure that your business documents are for your recipient's eyes and no one else's. Trust Record Express for industry-leading standards in secure storage, scanning, and shredding. With fast, same-day service, flexible contract terms, and all the support you need to safeguard your confidential information. Visit recordexpress.ca today for document storage and shredding special offers. That's Record, XPRESS.ca. Record Express. Store, scan, shred. Shred Canadian.
When the game starts, the betting doesn't stop at BetRivers Online Sportsbook and Casino. You'll love BetRivers live and play betting options. Live betting is fast-paced and gives you a chance to pick up some value as the game unfolds. Live betting at BetRivers Online Sportsbook and Casino delivers an exciting sports betting experience. BetRivers.ca. It's a whole new game. Check BetRivers.ca for full details. 19 plus, Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have questions or concerns about your gambling or someone close to you, please contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge.
Back to the action. Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 78-60. The Raptors leading the Kings by 18 with 5:44 to go in the third quarter. As we take a look again at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by BetRivers. It's a whole new game. I told you I'd give you the other games that are ongoing at the half. Memphis leading Golden State by 1. Utah in the third quarter trails Portland by 6. And the final game of the evening, it tipped off right around the same time as the Raptor game, a little bit later, actually. I think it was a 10:30 tip in L.A. The Lakers trailing the Spurs 52-46. Sacramento with the ball out of the end bounds. Sabonis handing off to Lyles. Giving it up now to Mitchell. Davion Mitchell out on the wing far side. Lobs it back to Sabonis inside the arc toward the far sideline. Shot clock down to 7. Sabonis covered by Barnes. Nowhere to go, and he tried to pass off to Mitchell, and it's taken away by Fred VanVleet.
Well, Fred with the stunt. No double team, as I said earlier tonight, on Sabonis.
Siakam free throw line. Step back. Jumper up and clean. He continues to be on a heater here in the third.
10 points in the quarter, and he has tied Antonio Davis for 4th on the Raptors' all-time rebounding list.
And he passed Amir Johnson for 5th in this game. So climbing the ranks in one game alone. Another pickoff for the Raptors. No, VanVleet had it, but couldn't control it as Herter fell to the floor. Freddie picked it up, but couldn't control it. It goes out of bounds. Shot clock stays at 8 for the Kings.
The advantage of defense, Eric, being able to play somebody without doubles. That's what they've done to Sabonis tonight. And a couple times faked at him. And then when he thought a double was coming, he passed it to the guy he thought he was open. And the defender that faked at him got back into the passing lane to get the steal.
Monk straight away, short, rebound in traffic to Sabonis. Elevates, blocked by Siakam, picked up, though, by the Kings. And dunked back down. It's Metu with the bucket and a big one for Sacramento. They needed that.
Sabonis wearing a little frustration tonight as well. Not able to shake free.
Driving on the far side, VanVleet into the paint, kicks out on the perimeter to Siakam to Trent, drives toward the baseline, into the paint, kicks out far wing, OG. Waits for Lyles to fly by, gets into the paint below the far elbow. Jumper is good. Great patience by Anunoby.
Yes, very composed. OG has a propensity to get in there and think too much and turn it over. That was pretty simple.
82-62. Sabonis just traveled, got away with it, but the Raptors pick up the loose ball as Sabonis lost the handle. Toronto by 20. They can grab their largest lead right here.
I like that move by Gary. Rather than force a shot, get a good one.
Siakam near elbow. Step back, straight away, over Sabonis. Oof, missed badly. Haven't seen that much this quarter from Pascal. Siakam, 18 points in the ballgame. Sacramento back, stuffed at the rim. Siakam got back to deny Davion Mitchell. Trent to VanVleet. Right to left, wing far side, OG 3-ball short. Scotty got a hand on it but couldn't squeeze. And here comes Davion Mitchell. Ahead to Monk, far wing. Monk to Sabonis. Free throw line. Lobs it down low to Metu. Siakam got back again and knocked that one away.
Leafs might want to get Pascal as a goalie.
Pascal triple. No good. Ooh, I was so close to getting rid of that busted.
Well,
it was on my lips.
The last two possessions, Raptors have had a chance to go up big. And Sacramento dodging bullets.
82-62. Raptors by 20. 3 minutes to go in the third. Sabonis under the 10. Leans in on Siakam. Contact. Wanted to call. Didn't get it.
The length again, right? Had to get around Anunoby and then encounter Siakam.
VanVleet to Trent. Wide open on the far sideline. Couldn't knock it down. And we got a foul over the back on Toronto. Man, Jones, you just said it a minute ago. I'm going to repeat. Multiple chances to try and hammer a couple more daggers down on Sacramento, and the Raptors keep coming up empty. I'm not being critical. You're still up 20, but right now it could easily be 25 or more at this point.
And at least 2 of those shots have been from beyond the arc.
Wide open, too.
Right.
Wide open.
Pascal's step back was not on balance. He missed that one, but The other two have been wide open behind the arc.
82-62, Raptors by 20, 2:40 to go, third quarter. Mitchell has it for Sacramento. Van Vliet with the wings spread in front of Mitchell. Mitchell gets into the paint. Now turns around, hands to Metu. Back to Mitchell on the far sideline. Again, he puts it on the floor, comes along the baseline to Monk, to Lyles out on the perimeter. Lyles down Main Street, goes at the rim, and Precious Achiuwa tried to meet him, but Lyles with a big-time dunk. The crowd in Sacramento trying to rally on the Kings in spite of the fact that they're down by 18. Van Vliet, deep triple far side, no good. Raptors, they've come up empty on four straight.
They're going for the kill shot, Eric. I get it, but you can also waterboard them to death with twos inside.
82-64. Harrison Barnes into the paint. Passes off far sideline Mitchell. Mitchell inside the arc, back up top to Monk. Back over to Mitchell. Good look at a three from Mitchell. No good. Tracked down by Achiuwa. 1:40 to go in the third. Raptors by 18. Shooting 49%. Pascal Siakam. Up top to Trent. Good look at a three. Gary. No good. Boucher tips it. Picked up by Siakam. Driving. There we go. Finish with the layup. And the Raptors go back up 20.
As you said it, Eric, there you go. Get it inside to get the easy one.
84-64. Metu. To Lyles. Far side. Lyles turns the corner into the paint, drops it in the back door to Harrison Barnes, denied at the rim by Gary Trent, but it's going to be a foul on Trent, so Harrison Barnes is going to head to the free throw line.
All right, if you're Toronto, you've made a nice spurt in this third quarter. It's about maintaining that, and even in that spurt, Eric, they had a sequence of possessions where they could have this lead closer to 30 than it is 20 right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's now 19 as Harrison Barnes knocks down the first free throw, 84-65, with 1:13 to go in the third. Second free throw, and it pops out for Barnes. And Nick Nurse wants a timeout.
I like this. If you're Nick, draw something up. Keep that lead at 20-21 heading to the fourth quarter. Your defense has been good tonight. Sacramento only shooting 45%. You've turned them over 14 times. You've had 18 more shots at the basket. Just try to keep the same formula invoked.
Raptors leading 84-65 with 1:12 to go in the third on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
The bank shot. You know, when the ball bounces off the backboard and goes into the basket. Well, this year, Tangerine's turning Raptors bank shots into real bank. Introducing the Tangerine Bank Shot account. Every time the Raptors sink a bank shot, $1,000 gets deposited. Then, at the end of the season, it all goes to basketball community initiatives. Sign up at tangerine.ca/bankshot for your shot at winning prizes. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors and their fans.
Welcome back. Paul Jones, Eric Smith with you. Third quarter action, 1:12 to go in the frame. Raptors leading by 19. Toronto in the midst of a 24-9 run. Raptors went into the half with an 8-point lead, and they have seen it balloon in this quarter as high as 20. Again, currently sitting at 19 with a bucket here, a 2 or a 3. They could take their largest lead of the game. Van Vliet lobs it across center to Siakam, back to Freddie. On the logo at center, Precious comes to set a screen. Then he grabs the pass from Fred, fires it into the corner to Siakam, near corner, 3-ball up and no good, but Pascal tracks down his miss, fakes the pass, gets into the paint, leans in, misses the layup attempt. Precious tips it twice, tips it again. There's Boucher down low, and he couldn't come away with it. Sacramento gets the stop. Mitchell going at Van Vliet, lays it off glass and in, and instead of going up by 21, the Raptors see their lead cut to 17. They had at least 3, if not 4, looks at that one, Jonesy, and they couldn't come away with it.
And worked hard inside, too.
And now we've got a moving screen on the Raptors, and we're turning it over and giving it right back to Sacramento. So after the Kings fell down by 20, they're trying to get a little momentum going here late third.
That's a tough call. Achiuwa really didn't even set a screen. Fred went by, kind of a ghost screen. And as Precious turned to roll, Mitchell happened to run into him.
84-67, far sideline. Lyles got blocked by Boucher, who closed out and got the fingertips on it.
That's a Chris Boucher special. blocking three-point attempts, just using his length and quickness.
14 seconds to go in the quarter. Raptors left to give it up before the end of the frame. Siakam over to Van Vliet. Over the far sideline. Wancho did look at a triple, and he missed badly off the side of the rim. Raptors trying to scramble back defensively. Sacramento with a late push, no good. Malik Monk missed just before the buzzer. He went on a rim run. That was his only option, and he came up short. So the Raptors, after leading by 20, go into the fourth with a 17-point lead. Jonesy, if I told you you'd be up 17 on the road in Sacramento, you'd take it, but I still feel like they missed opportunities, a lot of them.
They have, and this lead is not safe. With the number of possessions, the way the Kings scored the ball, you're going to have to work for the money in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter action comes next with the Raptors up 84-67 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Hey, Raptor fans, what's better than the team winning on the court? A win for the kids and a win for you. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you help communities get kids and youth off the sidelines and onto the court. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will you be a winner this season? Only one way to know. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Lottery license number 1274001. 18 plus. Play responsibly.
Hi, I'm Hugh Heron from Heathwood Homes. I want to talk to you about a great country, Canada. It's a land of opportunity and a place I call home. For 50 years, Heathwood has been committed to building each home with the very best new technologies, ensuring that your home will be more energy efficient and sustainable than ever. Visit our communities at heathwood.com. At Heathwood, you will be home at last.
Please be advised, if you find winter driving distressing, the following is a real audio clip of a Subaru driving on an unplowed mountain pass in the Yukon in minus 23-degree conditions. Just listen to Subaru's standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive go to work on all that ice and snow. And that sound is our confident driver whistling Beethoven's Fifth, I believe. Visit your local Subaru dealer and really own winter with uncommon winter capability.
Take it to the hoop. This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the fourth quarter in Sacramento. The Raptors lead the Kings 84-67. Pascal Siakam with a monster quarter. He accounted for roughly 88% of the Raptors' offense in that quarter, Jonesy, with 14 points and 3 assists. 9 points were created from those 3 assists. So basically he was in on 23 points in that frame as the Raptors take a 17-point advantage. And Trey Lyles was looking for another poster to start this fourth quarter. He was denied at the rim, but fouled, and he will go to the free throw line.
Well, the Raptors were in the zone, and Lyles found the soft spot. Good thing is they'll force him to make free throws to get his points, but again, you got to communicate a little bit better in the zone. Raptors like to play that zone with this particular lineup on the floor. The long lineup: Barnes, Anunoby, Achua, Boucher, Hernan Gomez. We've seen Nick make this his pattern and go to it at the start of the fourth quarter when he rests Pascal and Fred. And remember last game, Eric, we saw them ride that till almost 8 minutes of the quarter.
Yep, you're right, Jonesy. The Raptor lead has been cut to 15. It was at 20. Precious Achua down Main Street, and then he tucks the ball under his arm, through the defenders, and lays it up and in. Sacramento looking to answer back with a triple, and they do. Malik Monk, it's down to 14. 86-72. We're not even a minute into the fourth quarter.
Can't give up an open three like that.
OG straight away, now driving, goes right, comes back left, spins, step back, left it short. Precious got a hand on it, picked up by Wancho. Out to Scotty Barnes, fresh 14 for the Raptors, far sideline. Precious three ball is clean, and what a shot from Achua.
Wow. And look, He's in front of his coach from Team Nigeria, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
And Mike has told us when Precious has his feet set, he's a good shooter.
Lyles can't get the three for Sacramento. Metu battling with Boucher. It's off Metu, Raptor ball, and they'll inbound with a 17-point advantage.
And that's where the quarter started. If you're Nick Nurse, you're watching the edge, the advantage.
Yep.
You're watching the clock. You've got a minute and change out of these guys, and nothing's happened. You haven't lost any ground. Keep milking it.
Jonesy, the Raptors with 11 more field goal makes and 20 more field goal attempts. We're into the fourth quarter. Sacramento's only attempted 58 shots.
Well, that's again, Eric.
I know. I'm just pointing it out.
Yeah. No, we've told our listeners and we've told them all year. I mean, teams average 82 shots a game against the Raptors. That's the best in the NBA.
We'll take the break here. 10:45 to go in the fourth quarter. An early timeout. Toronto up 17 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
A big win and a bigger impact. When you play the MLSE Foundation 50-50 jackpot, you support the kids and the future Raptors of tomorrow. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. Will this season include you? The only way to find out is if you play. Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Welcome to Toronto. Lottery license number 1274001. 18 plus. Play responsibly. Beef jerky.
Teriyaki beef jerky.
Barbecue beef jerky.
Sweet heat.
At GreatCanadianMeat.com, you'll find lots of yummy things to chew on.
Smoky bacon.
Peppercorn salami.
Locally handcrafted, 100% Canadian.
Pizza salami.
Shop online and enjoy free shipping.
German salami.
Hungarian salami.
Find something to chew on at GreatCanadianMeat.com.
Oh, turkey cran.
Will you marry me? I'm sorry. I love you. Happy birthday, babe.
Whoever you're trying to get, make your play with Kalani Jewelry, the official luxury jeweler of the Toronto Raptors. From earrings, necklaces, to engagement rings, if they're good enough for the champions, they're good enough for your special someone. Look up Kalani Jewelry. K-I-L-A-N-I.
Go get him.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. It's early in the fourth quarter. We're only a minute 15 into the frame, and the Raptors lead 89-72. Raptors had a 17-point lead heading into the quarter. Sacramento got it down to 14 a couple of moments ago off a triple from Malik Monk, and then Precious Achiuwa answered right back. And Jones, you talked about this crew, this unit a couple of nights ago, and they're paying dividends again, especially the 1-2 punch of Achiuwa and Boucher.
Yeah, they really solidified the bench. And the Raptors have the long lineup in the game now, and they're going to the zone, and that makes it tough for any opponent.
Raptors up 17 with the ball. Here comes Achiuwa again, streaking down the center and laying it up and in. He's showing us something more and more this year with his ball handling, too, his ability off the bounce.
Hey, he worked on his game this summer. He was just injured.
Metu kind of shakes left, turns back right, and misses a right-hand hook from about 8 feet. Raptors with the rebound, leading by 19. A bucket here would be their largest lead. Boucher hands to Scotty Barnes. Barnes.
Other than OG, not a lot of three-point shooting, so they could go inside.
Scotty on the near side to Juancho. Juancho straight away back to Scotty. At the elbow extended. And a deep jumper late in the shot clock, no good for Barnes. Never really got into it there, eh?
Yeah, kept him on the outside, didn't allow any penetration.
Lyles into the paint, passes off near sideline. Monk triple, no good. Standing rebound there to OG Anunoby. OG brings it up across center, far lane for the Raptors. OG saw a seam, got into the paint, kind of gobbled up by Lyles, and then forced the pass off, turned it over. Monk down the floor, misses the layup, and a late whistle comes in. They're going to say a little bump from behind on Juancho Hernan-Gomez to send Malik Monk to the free throw line.
It looked worse because Monk was trying to get the ball up with his right hand, which brought it back closer to the defender, Wancho.
First free throw is good. Off the bench, Monk has 6 points in 16 minutes. The Raptors' second unit outscoring Sacramento's 28-20 right now. And a big chunk of that, a big chunk, how about 98% of it coming from Achua and Boucher combining for 27 of the 28, as Hernan Gomez has a lone point to go along with his rebound and his assist. So he's not really filling up the stat sheet, Jonesy, Wancho, but still playing a role, as you spoke about earlier. And he's been a part of this role with this hybrid second unit with Wancho, Boucher, Achua out there with two of the starters in Trent and Barnes.
A solid facilitator, Wancho, and really plays positionally well.
And you need some of those guys, right?
Yeah.
You need role players.
Yeah.
Precious, near side Barnes, back to Precious, puts it on the floor, going at Sabonis, stops, floats it up, too strong, no good. Lyles with the rebound. Sacramento pushes ahead, trailing by 17 in the near corner. Murray three ball, it's good, and it's back down to 14.
Well, you said it, Eric, at the end of the quarter. It's 17, but it's not, we're putting our foot on the gas, 17. Very pensive. This team can score, the Kings.
Barnes straight away. Sabonis stops him as Scotty hands back to Gary Trent. Trent above the arc. Got to step on Fox. Fox trying to stay on his hip. Trent spins, fires, and gets the bucket. What a tough shot from Gary Trent near side.
One-on-one special there. Gary coming through.
Fox. Murray, Sabonis on the block, near side. He's going to go at Wancho. Leans in on him. Help comes. Tried to pass off, and the Raptors take it away. 16-point lead for the Raptors.
Great job of just shrinking the floor.
Trent to Scotty, far side. Scotty in the lane. Hands it back to Boucher, who dunks it down. What a playmaker Scotty Barnes is.
Well, great job driving into the lane, attracting the help. Chris Boucher in the dunker spot on the other side of the rim, the far side, and puts it down.
Toronto up 95-77. Another timeout with 8:08 to go in the ballgame on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Lottery license number 1274001. 18 plus. Play responsibly.
Here are 2 words for anyone making a New Year's resolution to lose weight or adopt a healthier, active lifestyle. Healthy Planet. So this isn't your first attempt. That's okay. Healthy Planet is on your side with a great selection of high-quality vitamins, herbs, sports supplements, and health foods. Whey protein, pre-work, vegan protein, and Weight Gamer. This year, slam dunk that resolution with Healthy Planet. Shop in-store or online at healthyplanetcanada.com and live life healthy.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. Well, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or just go to eBay Motors and get it right the first time. When you see the green check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, eBay Motors has millions of parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride.
Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Fourth quarter action, 8:08 to play in the game. 95-77, the Raptors leading the Sacramento Kings. Jonesy, I don't even know if it's fair to call bend but don't break yet. I mean, the Kings have not been closer than 14.
Yeah, just massage the lead. Keep them at an arm's length. If you're Toronto, they're doing a good job. Their shooting percentage continues to fall. Sacramento below 45%. And you're Toronto, you've got 18 more shots at the basket. And there's that magic number. 12 3-point shots made for Toronto. That's a huge number for the Raptors.
Sacramento with the ball out of the timeout. Fox out on the wing far side to Monk. Into the corner to Herter. Herter, cross court, right to left to Murray. 3-ball up for Murray is good. Wow, the Raptors got out to contest, but Murray dropped it. $95-80. Raptor lead is 15. Achua to Barnes straight away. Scotty covered by Fox. Goes underneath to Boucher in traffic. Wow, he was blocked by Herter. Then Herter knocked it away again off Boucher's leg out of bounds. Man, I thought Kevin Herter got a lot of Chris Boucher there. No whistle. Raptors holding on to this 15-point lead. Fox with the floater in the lane. It's good, and now it's 13. This is the closest the Kings have been.
And up off the bench, get ready to check in Siakam and Van Vliet. They've given Nick 5 minutes, and he's like, okay, time to get back to the starter.
The lead was 17 coming into the fourth, so Sacramento, as of right this second, has shaved 4 off that lead. Trent, far side, contested jumper. Juancho had hands on it, and they're going to call a foul on the floor against Sacramento. For a second, I thought they were going to get Juancho for going over the back of Herter, but it's Herter that's whistled, so the ball will stay with Toronto.
Well,
and 6:56 to go, a fresh 14.
Juancho had his hands on the ball.
Yep.
And Herter reached in to dislodge it, so give Juancho a whole bunch of credit. There he is, that complimentary player, right? Doing the little things. That's a winning play. Now you've got possession. Your starters are back in.
Van Vliet out towards center. Now driving on the far side, getting into the paint, and he's hit hard by Murray. Murray kind of took it in the thigh. And are they giving Van Vliet shots or not?
Well, they should.
They should be.
He was 1-2 gathering and was going airborne with it. We get a look at the replay from floor level.
They're not. Wow. I was questioning because I could hear from the courtside mics a lot of the players saying, that's 2 shots, that's 2 shots. They didn't give it to Freddie. He drives into the paint, scoops it up, and cleaned up on a jam by Scotty Barnes. It was going to be short, and Scotty grabbed it and flushed it down. 97-82, Raptors by 15. We are approaching the midway point of the fourth. Fox in the lane. Lost the handle as Achua got a hand in there. And then as Fox got into traffic, the Raptors held the ball, and they're going to call a foul on Toronto?
Well, when Fox lost it and picked it up, some of the Raptors were also reaching for the ball, so that's where they got the foul.
97-82. Sabonis to Murray, above the arc, covered by Siakam. To Herter, straight away. Trent is right there. Herter now goes toward the far side. Steps into a triple and buries it. Man,
tough shot.
Achua came over as well, and he just elevated over 2 players.
Tough shot. Precious was in his face. Sacramento chipping away at the lead. Got to get good scores, Eric.
Yep, they've got it at 12 now. This is the closest they've been. Here's Trent on the wing near side. Van Vliet lobs it in to Scotty, trying to go to work on Herter. Now back up top to Freddie. Up fake, step in, 18-footer, good. Patience.
You do that in a drill a million times this summer. Catch, shot fake, punch, dribble, pull up, and knock it down.
And we got a moving screen now in Sacramento. Sabonis called for that one, and we're going to turn it over, give it back to Toronto with a 14-point lead and 5:33 to go.
Well as Sabonis played the night he was in Toronto, do you remember? Like it was a monster double-double.
Yeah.
I'll give you the numbers in a minute. Here are the Raptors giving it back.
You can hear it from our courtside mics. And one! Pascal.
Although it was Precious on the drive, Pascal wanted the foul for him.
I'm letting Pascal take the play-by-play for a second. Achua with 15 off the bench, and the Raptors lead 101-85. Timeout on the floor with 5:22 to go. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Beef jerky.
teriyaki beef jerky.
Barbecue beef jerky.
Sweet heat.
At GreatCanadianMeat.com, you'll find lots of yummy things to chew on.
Smoky bacon.
Peppercorn salami.
Locally handcrafted, 100% Canadian.
Pizza salami.
Shop online and enjoy free shipping.
German salami.
Hungarian salami.
Find something to chew on at GreatCanadianMeat.com.
Oh, turkey cran.
Now back to Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 5:22 to go in the ballgame. The Raptors leading 101-85. Sacramento had it down to 12 a couple of moments ago. Raptors push it back to 16 with back-to-back buckets. And the Raptors, Jonesy, still hovering right around that 50% mark.
Yeah, doing a good job shooting the ball tonight and really playing solid defense. You look at the numbers for a guy like Sabonis, and I'm still on his all-star bandwagon. 9 points, 8 rebounds, but only 9 shots, and he's had a number of balls tipped and responsible for turnovers.
Heard a little Rick Astley coming out of the timeout there in Sacramento. They've got to be doing something with Kevin Huerter on that one. I mean, that's a separated at birth. Sacramento out of the timeout. Never going to give you up. Never going to give up on this game.
Not sure Rick Astley could shoot the three like that.
101-87.
Sabonis was 21-20 the game in Toronto.
Van Vliet pressured out near center, passes off, picked off down the floor. Huerter with the dunk. At that point, Jonesy, do you take a timeout? Because Freddie was pinned. He was either going to turn it over by going over to the backcourt, or he was going to give it up on a pass, and it was taken away with ease.
Well, if you're going to turn it over, throw it into the front row.
It's now 101-89. Running floater in the paint, no good for Trent. The tip is there on the follow. Johnny on the spot for Precious Achiuwa.
Achiuwa's got 11 in this quarter.
Fox back for the Kings, left it short, contested, gets it back, passes out far sideline. Harrison Barnes no good. Sabonis in traffic has the rebound, but the foul on the floor called against Fred Van Vliet. Nope, it's going to go on Barnes actually, and that's going to be his fourth. (103-89). Raptors leading. 4:07 to go in the ball game. Sabonis handing off to Fox. Fox straight away picked up by Achiuwa. Oh, lazy pass into lane. Easy pickoff for Barnes, and the Raptors take it away. Fox was looking for Sabonis. Siakam, far side. Is he going to go up? Murray puts it on the floor in the paint. Running floater, too strong. Tracks down his own miss and tried to put it back in the tin, but he was held, fouled, and he's going to the line.
I wonder if that would constitute a flagrant. I mean, there was no real attempt there by Fox to play the ball. He just grabbed Siakam around the waist.
So Pascal stepping to the stripe with 3:49 to go. Knocks down the first one, 104-89. Pascal Siakam, 21 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists in the ballgame. Second free throw good as well. Sacramento trailing by 16 again as De'Aaron Fox tried to turn the corner. Jonesy on the far side came along the baseline and lost the handle off his leg out of bounds.
This could be the hammer right here. Kings have made the run. The Raptors have withstood them. They've only lost 1 point basically in 9 minutes of the quarter. A bucket here goes a huge way toward a win.
Siakam gets to the free throw line, passes it to Trent, to Barnes, far sideline, no good on a triple. He aired it. Fox picks it up. Kings down 16. Murray back to Fox. Straight drive down Main Street, lays it up and in. The lead is 14, and a quick timeout from Nick Nurse.
Yeah, don't let anything get going. Put your fire hose on high and wet the ground down if you're Nick Nurse. Just around the time, 3:14. The lead is 14. It's not quite out of range. You're still kind of teetering. a chance to get something done if you're Toronto. Call a timeout, get a good shot coming out of the timeout.
All right, let's keep it here, Jonesy, and chat about this. You just mentioned it a couple of minutes ago. As much as, you know, we say teetering, we said bend up, but don't break. I thought you said it well just a couple of seconds ago. You came into the quarter up by 17, and you've only seen 3 shaved off that in basically 9 minutes. So what do you do to make sure you kind of close it out? Sacramento has not gotten closer than 12, so it's really never been in jeopardy yet, but you still got 3 minutes to play here.
You come out of the timeout, you run something that everybody's comfortable with, everybody knows what they're doing, you're precise, you pay attention to detail, and you get a score. And again, that puts the lead back up to 16 with under 3 minutes to go. That's the key right now. Sabonis, a career high 9 turnovers tonight.
And a lot of it, Jonesy, as you've noted multiple times, in single man-on-man coverage.
Yeah, they didn't double team.
Sacramento picking up pressure in the backcourt. The Raptors pass out of it and get it across center. Gary Trent caught it down Main Street. Beautiful pass again and finished with the layup in traffic.
There it is, up 16, under 3 minutes to go. You're supposed to salt this thing away now.
Fox just got stripped, picked up by Trent, down the floor to Siakam. It's a 18-point lead for the Raptors.
Well, the Raptors, you know who's going to feel good about this win? If they're able to hold on, Rico Hines.
Yeah.
That's like coming home and winning one for a guy when he's coming back.
Herter, 3-ball, straight away, short. Siakam jumped in there and got it away from Sabonis.
Say goodnight.
Pascal Siakam, what a ball game. 24 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists. Raptors leading by 18, 2:20 to go. And the Raptors are looking to kickstart this 7-game road trip with a victory. Van Vliet, far sideline. Achua, cut off by Murray. Got to go. Shot clock down to 1. 3-ball up, no good. Rebound to Herter. Ahead to Harrison Barnes. Barnes at the free throw line, goes into the far corner to Murray, and hustling back into play to break it up and knock it out of bounds was Precious Achua. Jones, we got word. OG Anunoby, the only starter not on the floor for the Raptors the last few minutes, got poked in the eye. He is available to return if need be, but with an 18-point lead and 2:02 to go, I think we've probably seen the last of OG Anunoby in this ballgame.
Yeah, you probably have, and at least for OG anyway, with only 31 minutes, the minutes police can put their ticket book away, and looks like Mike Brown is running the white flag up the pole as he's taking Sabonis and Fox, his 2 all-stars in my eyes, out of the game.
109-91. Raptors by 18. Mitchell kind of blew a tire down near the right block, lost the handle, tracks it down back on the perimeter. It's wrapped up by Siakam. We're going to have a jump ball with Pascal and Mitchell. .152 to play in the ball game. Raptors by 18. Toronto looking for a second straight victory after getting the win at home on Sunday over the Knicks. They win the jump. Scotty Barnes has it, and he'll slowly dribble across center, running the near lane. Barnes gives it back to the logo at center. It's Siakam. Pascal now driving, stops near the near elbow, step back into a jumper, bucket. 26 for Pascal.
Well, last time he was in this building, he had 32, so 26, 11, and 7. Pretty good night's work for Mr. Siakam.
111-91, 20-point lead for the Raptors. Mitchell down Main Street, running floater, good. Raptor lead is 18 with 1:18 to go. We haven't had a whistle to get the starters off the floor. Raptors still have 4 of their 5 starters out there as they get set to close this thing out. We are approaching the final minute. Pascal Siakam in front of Keegan Murray. He gives it to Barnes on the baseline to Achua. Steps through 2 defenders, sets his feet, lays it in. Raptors push the lead back to 20.
Man, how good has Precious Achua been off the bench and in this quarter? 17 and 5.
He's been magnificent. Mitchell to Lyles. Lyles driving on the far side. Gives it up to Herter in the paint. He floats one up from about 10 feet, got it to go. Raptor lead is 18, 41 seconds to go. 113.95. Scotty Barnes across center court, milking the clock down. Trey Lyles standing in front of him. And are the Raptors going to take the turnover here? I believe they will.
Probably will.
Toronto with only 9 turnovers in the ball game. Sacramento with 19. And the Raptors do indeed take the turnover as Barnes lets the shot clock hit 0. 17.6 seconds to go in the game.
How about the fourth quarter for Precious Achiuwa? 11 points and really, really sparking Toronto. Everybody talked about the Raptor bench. Well, now that they're healthy, if Boucher plays like that, they got something going.
And that'll do it, folks. You hear the buzzer in the background. The Toronto Raptors beat the Sacramento Kings 113-95. And I guess in Sacramento tonight outside the Golden One Arena, they're going to be flying a white flag instead of lighting the beam. Toronto with an 18-point win and a second straight victory. 113-95 the final as we take a look at the Diamond Player of the Game presented by Kalani Jewelry, the official luxury jeweler of the Toronto Raptors. I'm pretty sure I know where you're going, Jonesy, but you could really hand it out to a lot of people tonight.
Yeah, I'm going with Pascal because he was just so dominant, but Precious Achiuwa with 19 off the bench. I mean, that
the season high.
Yeah, that could be a very close second, or if somebody wanted to say, hey, give it to Precious, I'd be good with that too.
Siakam finishing with 26 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals. And again, the Raptors winning 113-95. We'll take the break, come back with final stats, and get set to wrap it up on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Challenge the chill with Lexus all-wheel drive at Don Valley North Lexus. Take advantage of this incredible offer and bring winter on. Right now, lease the 2023 NX250 all-wheel drive signature package from just $328 bi-weekly for 39 months. And yes, they'll even deliver your new Lexus right to your door. Expect excellence online and in the showroom. Visit DonValleyNorthLexus.com.
Don Valley North,
A proud member of the Wayne's Auto Group.
I'm here talking to shoppers about the points hack of the year. 1 week to earn tons of points at tons of locations, like this one.
Wait, PC Optimum Points Days is here? Oh man, it really is the best.
Did you know Canadians earned over 50 billion points from all points events last year?
That's the best.
Love meeting another points hacker. Let's bring this home. PC Optimum Points Days runs
this time every year?
Yep. Now through February 1st. Load our best points offers of the year
in the PC Optimum app.
Nice one.
With the cold weather upon us, there's no reason why you still can't stay warm and connected. So this winter, make the Monte Carlo Inns your home away from home for quality accommodations, functional meeting facilities, and cozy restaurants. With locations throughout Southern Ontario, Monte Carlo Inns is ready to check you in. Enter promo code WINTER at MonteCarloInns.com for savings of 15% off our luxury suites.
Monte Carlo Inns.
Your home away from home.
Hello, it's your power company calling. We will disconnect your service today if you do not pay immediately.
This is an example of an energy scam. Electricity and natural gas companies will never disconnect your service without first mailing bill payment reminders and a disconnection notice. And they'll never ask for payment by crypto, gift cards, or cash. Don't be afraid to hang up on scammers. Visit oeb.ca/scams to learn more.
Now back to more Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590 The Fan.
Welcome back, Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Final score again, 113-95. The Toronto Raptors beating the Sacramento Kings. Pascal Siakam, 26 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals in the ballgame. Fred VanVleet, 17 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Check that 3 assists for Gary Trent Jr. Scotty Barnes, 10. Oh, they just changed it, actually. Right in front of me, they just changed the final stats. 11 assists for Scotty Barnes to go along with 7 points, a couple of steals, and 6 rebounds. Off the bench, the 1-2 punch of Achiuwa and Boucher. 19 points and 5 rebounds for Precious. 16 points and 6 rebounds for Boucher, who also added 3 blocks as the Raptors, Jonesy, begin a 7-game road trip with a victory. And what a way to start a trip.
Yeah, it's a great way to start the trip. You beat one of the top teams in the West. Coming into this game, the Kings were 3rd and had a pretty good home record at 16-10. And if you're Toronto, that's a good win to start your trip. That's a feel good. Remember, Eric, trying to think of a few years ago, around trade deadline, the Raptors had a tough time at home. They won the last game before going on the road on an extended trip and reeled off a really positive trip where they were like 4-2 or something like that against some of the top teams. So, maybe we're seeing, maybe it's foreshadowing something that's coming up if Toronto can keep this going. But it was a terrific night. Great effort by the bench. I thought the real key was the way they played Domas Sabonis. Career high 9 turnovers. They held him in check. They didn't necessarily run at him and double team him. 9 points on 9 shots, 8 rebounds, 9 turnovers. Wow.
Well, it's a great way to start that trip with this victory. A 2nd straight win overall for the Raptors as Toronto now improves to 22-27. And we'll see what they can do on this road trip. You never know. More coming up in mere moments on our post-game coverage. Raptors reaction as Toronto now will get set for their next game. It comes up on Saturday night. Check that, Friday night. Sorry, the back-to-back. Golden State on Friday, then the back-to-back on Saturday. That's our next broadcast on Saturday in Portland, and then the road trip continues on to Phoenix, Utah, Houston, and Memphis. It'll be a grind, but it certainly feels a little bit better right now by picking up that first win. Thanks to our entire team, J.R. Manitat, Tom Young. For Paul Jones, I'm Eric Smith. Thanks to all of you for tuning in as well on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Hello and welcome to the Raptors Reaction Podcast on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. I'm your host, Wim Lou. Late night, but worth staying up for. I mean, genuinely, I'm buzzing after this game, and it's not just because I had 3 coffees in preparation to this 10 p.m. start in Eastern time zone. Because, wow, what a showing by the Raptors, winning by a score of 113-95. I don't think I've ever felt this good about a win over Sacramento. But Sacramento's a really good team this year. They're really good this year. They're 27-20. They just come off a long win streak. They're 3rd in the West, one of the best teams in the league at home, playing beautiful basketball. They average 120 points per game. Like, this is not just like, for a month or something like that. Some teams can get hot. They average 120 points per game on the season, having played 57 games, and the Raptors defense held them to 95 points. And I think that's where you got to start with this one. The defense in this one, the Raptors played up to their potential defensively. And I'm not saying that they got to do this every single game. Not everyone lives with their potential every single day, right? Very few people do that. And the very few who do are, the best among us, really. But I mean, wow. This was the Raptors' best collective performance of the season. By the way, 95 points for Sacramento, tied for their lowest on the season in terms of scored by the team. Actually, no, sorry. That is their lowest. My bad. The previous low was 99, which came in a road loss to New York during a long road trip. So their